Okay, Tuesday, 26th of August, 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Bitcoin is not a luxury, but because of its first principles, it's vital. Now, someone said to me about a year or so ago that the time to buy Bitcoin was in 2016. And the price a year ago was 65,000. But no, the price to buy was 2016. And I imagine, well, take a time machine. Hello, 2016 version of you, Bitcoin? No, the time to buy should have been 2014, I imagine he would say. And it got me thinking that people would be thinking too much on the price of it in terms of the capital gains appreciation and that money side of it, which is important. Number go up technology. They come for the money, stay for the revolution, but they don't always necessarily go deeper to say these are the first principles. Meaning we're not buying it for the price going up, which is important, but we're buying it fundamentally for the value proposition. That's what makes it vital. Money you can own, money you can spend, apolitical, decentralized, fixed supply. That's censorship resistant. All those nice buzzwords. That. Because the days of it going from, well, the days of 10x, 10,000%, 20,000%, whatever else, are questionable, are gone. But then you shift your attention from the big gains in terms of dollar amounts to the first principles. As I just said, money you can earn, money you can spend, focusing on that instead. Because then, when you understand the value proposition behind it, you realize why it's vital. You realize its first principles. And I did a video about this. You realize that this is a smart thing to have, and more of it is very important, and we need more and more of it. This is the 200-week moving average. This is that positive feedback, that flywheel of Bitcoin that's in play. You understand its first principles and understand that Bitcoin isn't a luxury but vital and necessary for protection, for help. Don't focus on the capital gains, but on the benefits and the properties as to how it helps and protects you. That's the angle that this individual I spoke to now ought to be taking. Whereas there's still gains to be made in the future, especially recently. There was an interesting tweet talked about how essentially the longer you hold on to it, the more likely you are to be in profit. And after 3, 4 years, 5 years, the chances of going to profit just skyrockets to next to basically guaranteed. But he was not focused on that. He was too focused on the gains as opposed to the first principles, how it helps and protects the long-term hedge against inflation and beyond, censorship resistance, things like that, fixed supply, deflationary properties. Those are the things that make it from a luxury, in a sense of all the time to buy, trading in and out, a way to accumulate more fiat and pounds and dollars and euros, flipping that, going onto a Bitcoin standard, and looking at Bitcoin's value proposition and focusing on them. Money you can earn, money you can spend, etc. Focusing on that as opposed to the luxury capital gains side. And then you realize why it's vital. Vital. Oh, very important, yes. Yes. So that we need to go deeper to say the properties, the first principles are more important than the profits. Because it's the first principles and understanding them that gives us the knowledge and conviction to go into it. And it's this nice feedback loop. The more you buy, the more you need to learn. Be responsible. But as you learn, the more you realize actually you need more of this. And then you learn and learn and learn. And there's this, and that amplified over millions of people, I guess, around the world. That's the 200-week moving average. That's the positive feedback loop. That price go up, more users, more infrastructure, including more miners, stronger network. Stronger network equals higher price, more conviction, more reliability. TikTok next block. That's powerful. And I think in the future also, we see a lot of these articles that more and more people are saying they need to allocate more of a percentage of your portfolio to Bitcoin. 1%, 2%, 5%, 15%, 85.3, 83.5%. That's going to happen more and more as more people understand the first principles. They will allocate more to it over time, and that's the 200-week moving average in action. Wow, which kind of gives credence to the meme Bitcoin is inevitable. All roads, another meme, all roads lead to Bitcoin. Wow, when you look at it from a macro world view, then yes, with the first principles of Bitcoin, benefiting from them more so than the price going up. They're both important, otherwise people would not be talking about them. Yeah, so Bitcoin becomes vital. More and more people recognize its property through education and awareness and recognize why they need a growing percentage allocation towards it. Very powerful, very important. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.